Just talk to you about language. Language is something that I really talk about a lot. You know, what you say to yourself and then what you say to your kids, and that's the biggest thing that's important. And so the way I want to do it is just to first to kind of talk about how we have language with our kids. And that's going to start to shape what's going on. So I have my daughter here. I just asked you a question and then you want to go watch PJ Masks? Okay, all right. So the question is, what do I do for work?
To help people feel better.
I help people feel better. Okay, how do I help people feel better? You can look at me.
Because you help their feelings.
You have with their feelings? So, okay, I want you to tell me what's a feeling word? Like, what's a feeling word? Like, well, how are you feeling right now?
Happy.
You feel happy? Okay. All right, and then, like, what's the opposite feeling of happy?
Sad.
Sad? Okay, show me happy face. All right, and show me sad face. Now, what makes you sad, though?
When people push me.
Like who? Who pushed you? Oh, the kid in class, and he pushed you? And what did you do when you were sad?
No, him push me like...
Yeah?
Yeah.
What did you do, though?
But him didn't say, let me write sad.
You want to write sad?
Yeah.
So how do you spell it? Wait, how did you get, so how do you know how to spell sad?
At candle card.
Okay, so look, I'm going to spell it for you, okay? So S, good. So S, A, and then D.
No.
That's close to the D. Okay.
Like the...
S-A-D. All right. Yeah. So is it important that we talk about our emotions and our feelings?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me spell happy.
Okay, go ahead and spell happy. 3 years old going on 4. But this is how we talk a lot in our house. Just to let you know. Happy. Okay. All right. All right. Do you want to go back and watch PJ Masks?
I want to color the whole thing on.
You want to color the whole thing? Is it okay if I talk to them while you color? Okay, go color. All right. So, I bring up this, and hopefully I get everything kind of all set. But I bring up this while she's coloring because it's important, about language. There's so many times that I have clients and they will say, I'll give them a suggestion to use. So like, for example, we use something where we say like, is that 100% true? Like when you have something like that, having any thought or situation, I'll ask, is it 100% true? To really kind of talk about your thoughts and really talk it out. And I'll have clients and I'll say, say that to your kid. And they'll be like, well, my kid's, 3 or 4, they're not going to understand what 100% means. And I'm like, well, but that's the language that you use. And so that's the language that they're going to use too as well. And I think that that's important. We have to understand that, we want our kids to be a certain way, but that also starts starts with us. And that's why like we really talk about putting yourself as the priority first, because when you're whole, when you're using certain language, then that's what's gonna happen for your child. The language that my daughter was just using, that is language that we have been using since she learned how to talk. We were doing feeling faces and feeling words, but you know, of course, that's for me. Like, that's what I talk about a lot. And so that's the thing, is that we really want to create language for our children. And then, you know, we do that for ourselves, and then we pass that on to our kids. So, and it's so hard. I've had a lot of clients, and they'll complain, you know, their kids are, their kids are like maybe using bad words, or there's certain words they're using, and they learn that from somewhere. Not saying necessarily it could have been the parent, we don't know, but they're frustrated. You know, you're frustrated because sometimes we're even trying to find out what that language is and what we're trying to even use in the home. So the biggest thing that happens for us as moms with small kids is that we're trying to figure things out. We just went through this whole process of having this baby, doing all these things, and then we are trying to figure out like who we are as a person. Well, I think that's really, really important that we think about that. We have to really think about who we are as women, and even outside of being a mom, and then we pass that language down onto our kids. And so, you know, as I said, like my daughter is, you know, she's 3. And, you know, she is over here and she is drawing and coloring and writing what sad means, you know, but that is the language that we talk about in our home. I've really worked with parents for years on how to kind of put themselves as a priority. And especially in the midst of all that's going on, when you have young kids, it's hard. But when you put yourself as a priority, when you really establish what language is and what language that you want, even when your kids are really, when she was, you know, now she's 3 or 4, when she was a baby, I was even using a lot of these feeling words. So from the beginning, I was doing a lot of that, but that's ingrained in what I wanted to see for myself. And so that in turn was passed down to her. So this is your challenge for you today. I really want you to think about this idea of language and post in the comments below, what language do you want you to have, and then also for your children to have too. All right, comment below. All right, bye.
What does the blue one say?
What's the blue one say? Oh, my watch right here?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go play.